set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's...
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. Up, celebrate some news. Ay, I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a...
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right here, right here.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
A former Volunteer back in Tennessee, it's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
36. Hey, two.
Shotgun now for Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Breeze able to find the veteran Ginn. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good-headed steam going.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Now Breeze. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Breeze to throw again. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Derrick Henry. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He gets it to Brown. Complete. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down. Tannehill on 1st down. This will be caught by Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
10 logo. 54, line 54. Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in. And the Titans have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze again has it complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones. Breeze now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Dancing. Now Breeze lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
From the 39, Tannehill got a man. It's Brown. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Move. 54.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Well, this is caught by Gibb. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Breeze going to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
53.
On third down, here's Kamara. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Bree's going to go on fourth down. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down. At the 24.
Ready. 5-8.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. And Walker has it. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker, 64 yards. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, Charlie. Check.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Breeze. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
From the 30 on second down, Breeze nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Breeze. Lincoln's got it. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. The throw over the middle taken in. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He's going to fire one deep, middle, into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. They'll run it again with Henry. He's got a first down and more past the 30. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 83 yards as they have taken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And he finds Cook. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. Breeze now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Murray. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Cook there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
I'm ready.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
From the 44, Tannehill. He completes it to Henry. He can't get him down, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Saints' 42-yard.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans! Derrick Henry, 42 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To throw is Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a man open down the middle of the field. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, C6. Hey, easy. That's me. Mine's 50, 11. 54. Watch the curl. Tonight.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to launch this thing way down. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield.
21. Bravo.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. Able to find Harris, complete. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. To throw, it's Breeze.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
Breeze able to find the veteran again. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
goes to throw again. That is caught at the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jared Cook, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Get it.
They'll run with Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and...
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Short game, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Henry. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll run on 1st down. Henry. Oh, the hurdle. Pushing his way through. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. The home crowd here absolutely loves it, as they should, getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations all around. How about how everyone's going to leave this stadium, right? And you know something? He probably makes more money than most of the 60,000 people here, but they're all willing to buy him dinner tonight, aren't they?
Oh, they don't care. He's a man of the people right now. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. For the genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why I treat women good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just enough.
My belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Been a fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this rhyme, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just...
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to break. Mike 51, Mike 51. You're not ready to go.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 78 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Go! At their own 28-yard line.
Ready.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Shotgun now for Brees. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brees. And he's got a man. It's the former Titan, Jared Cook. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yellow lady, yellow lady. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Now on 2nd and 13, Brees. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 18. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brees again has it complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Breeze now to throw. Cook with a first down and much more. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Second and goal from the 1.
You two jet bombers. Check 49.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go.
Touchdown, Titans! Derrick Henry with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Titans have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Joseph now to kick this one away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The end result, 21 yards.
Ready, 95-56, 95-56. Pretty quiet, team, pretty quiet.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From midfield, here's Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Breeze now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 23 yards for the touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, Tannehill. He's going to go for a big play down. That's caught inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Vander Brothers' thought process. No one left behind.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. Breeze going to throw. He's got Smith here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 25-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, Alpha. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. All right, T. Opposite.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
On the ground, Kamara. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56. 13.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go. Ready? You ready?
A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Kamara. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Defensively, maybe a little too fired up there for a third down stop.
Remember in preseason when we were going to camps and watching people, they worked on this, right? In the heat of the summer, still did it anyway.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 1.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Check. 80 weapons. Switch.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz will look to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I'd maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken short.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. From the 36, Breeze. It's caught. Smith. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Here's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on fourth down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore number 1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together and the defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
Again, it's Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Tannehill. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And his guys have now moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
46. Hey, Foxtrot.
Breeze now. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Breeze. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
We go 21. Hey, Zoo.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Again, it's Breeze. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jarrell Casey able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Breeze, he throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now Breeze on 3rd down. To connect, incomplete. I give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Breeze going to go on 4th down. And Gen's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
first down. Breeze. And this one complete to Smith. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The Saints on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Breeze now to throw. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Let's go. Hey, wahoo. Go. Mike front forward. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. And no, it's incomplete. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target. So now I need an explanation for that one, Charles. You're tied, 4th quarter, deep in your own territory. What was going on in their mind?
I can't even begin to imagine. I understand being aggressive. You know, but how many times have you looked at me and said, are you crazy? Why would you say go for it there? I wouldn't in this situation. I'm not sure what he was thinking other than maybe he doesn't believe in his defense at all anymore. That he just says, I've got to go for it in this situation. But his meeting, the head coach's meeting with the GM and the owner, that's going to be an interesting one because...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry, only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now it's Henry, and he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Tannehill. It's caught by Davis. And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
54. Mike's 54.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He finds Humphreys. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Titans first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On first down, it's Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He completes it to Henry. That one good for 26 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Let's go, defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Charlie. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Mike's 54.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Tannehill on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. This is Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So a pressure kick there by the young man, and that should be enough to finish this one off.
Well, he's a 2nd-year guy now, so he says, don't call me a rookie anymore. And I tell you, he's got a bright future in this league. And kicks like that are going to make sure he sticks around for a good long while.
Let's go.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Love, time to bring the bass bird. Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over, he in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the gang, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm love, time to bring the bass bird.
Foot on the gas, I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas, I will not crash. 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas, I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? 8, read. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Danny.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Back to throw, Tannehill. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit him with a screen soon.
Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. A first down carry for Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now it's Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Mike, ready? 5-9. Mike. Check 37. Check 37. Hey, easy.
A former volunteer back in Tennessee, it's Alvin Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Breeze to throw forward on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Running with Kamara. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep the...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 21 yards away. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready, set. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. 6-6. Pull it high. Ready.
On 1st down, Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 38-yard line.
Ready. Young lady. 5'9". Kill. Stop your whining. Mike 55.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Team 6.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Ginn has it complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker Will Lutz for the field goal attempt. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Tannehill. The open man is Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Here's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
On the ready.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And now we'll hook up downfield on 2nd down. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Complete. Smith has it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Check nickel.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Punching it in from a yard away as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Check. Bravo. Here we go.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
12. Hey, easy.
Breeze now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Play 3 of the drive now is successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. This is caught by Gill. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
21. Hey, echo.
Now, Breeze again. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Kamale Correa able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 13 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big run that time by Henry. 45 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. Got him in. It's Brown. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Tannehill. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 7-yard touchdown grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counter?
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Saints 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken very short. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Here's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this 3rd quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They snap it to Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Lewis here on 1st down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
General West.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Tannehill escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the 1st as well.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. Tannehill. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Here we go. Check three.
Tannehill on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I'm scared. 56, Mike.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill steps away to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, exit.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Adam Humphries, 28 yards. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Joseph on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Ready. Yellow lady. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. 5-1. Oh, yeah, come. Tonight.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up on the corner, Tremaine Brock.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. He gets it to Brown, complete. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, Henry. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the Saints' 34-yard line.
On second down, here's Henry. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Come on, set. 15 line. 15 line. Greystone, travel. Go.
Now Tannehill. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.